it's an aroma. You got to make a bracha on it. Anything you enjoy. Okay, so that's birchas hanehenin, and that always is Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam. Then there's the birchas hamitzvahs, the bracha that you say are mitzvahs. And you recognize that there's Baruch Atah Hashem.
Did you begin?
God, Asher Ki.
Did you begin? Did you begin?
I'm from the beginning. There, I'm talking now. We're talking about brachas.
Okay.
That
yep, got it.
David is talking to the angels, and there's a difference. Baruch Hashem Kol Tzvav and Baruch Hashem Malachav. The upper ones, the supernal creatures, the angels, are perfect. They're flawless until the word call.
Don't you do IT as well? You also do IT. Coming up the train. One of us will.
It says, Baruch Hashem Tzva'ov. Bless all of you who are emissaries. Because a mouse also emissaries. We're going to go into that. The
I would say focus
were
on your
called
job.
Malachim. Moshe Rabbeinu, we see they're going to quote where Moshe, where it said in the Chumash that God sent us an angel to take us out of Egypt. Hey, wait a minute. That said Moshe. It's called an angel. And that means a shliach, an emissary. But here I'm just giving you that when God wants us to talk to him. That's why he made the world in creatures. And he wants us to then the commandment from the Torah, the birchas are to say this birchas sprach again. I said there's the birchas hanani, the bracha you say before you eat something that you had ingested, and anything. It says if you don't make a bracha and thank God for what you ate, it's like stealing it. Because he made it. And he owns it until you make a bracha on it. Then it's yours. Okay? So there are three classes of mitzvahs. Birchas hanani, that you have hanoah. Nani, you have pleasure in eating it. You're ingesting it.
I'm not sure.
A sour pill that you have you don't make a bracha on it. Because you're not having hanoah. You thank God that it has the medicinal effect. And you say that privately. And it's good. There's all kinds of things you say, but it's not Baruch Atah on the medicine. And one thing that you enjoy, water. You only enjoy it when you're thirsty. If you do it to clear your throat, that's not good for the thirst. And if you do it, you shouldn't be dehydrated. Only when you're thirsty, then you make Baruch Atah Hashem Elokeinu Melech Haolam Shehakol Nihiyah B'Dvaro.
Greater than didn't want to ask.
Remember to say these brachas.
Right. Do you want to? Well, let me focus on
it. And
that's a good idea.
And then, okay, I'll give two examples. Let me give you the third one. Again, Birchas Hanani, and then Birchas HaMitzvah, which goes Baruch Atah Hashem,
Read them. I'll
came
take
up
oh, why don't you?
Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvah v'tzivanu.
Yeah,
Who sanctified us with his commandments and commanded us.
should I just give him a
Contextually, these translations
no, he's doing
uh,
he's doing some stuff.
uh, the
Okay.
bracha, taking the Asher Lulav. I'll discuss Lulav. And in this
Yes.
you make a bracha, Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvah. You don't say when you eat, you weren't commanded to eat. There's one bracha that's coming up that you say, Asher Kiddushanu b'mitzvah, that you were commanded to eat. And you know what that is? Matzah. So at the Seder, you say, first, Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. That's a birchas nanim. You can have pleasure from the matzah, hopefully. You can digest it, you can chew it, but you will have an so but that's you say Hamotzi lechem min haaretz, like you may all the time you eat bread. And matzah is also called, it's called bread. But it's bread that doesn't have yeast,
Oh my.
doesn't have
Great.
doesn't lie,
One of them.
it's flat. But you make a meshach every time. Um, on one night when you don't make a shekel shadu b'mitzvah alachilas matra only the first night, because technically we were commanded by God the erev toshbu matzah. And night
I'll be very chill
you
out.
can eat, and the night the portion, the night of the 14th,
That's a good question.
the night of the
I
15th,
don't know if I'll change it.
you are
To
commanded.
reflect for that.
And a lot of people,
And I heard like
the
legal.
shifting daylight saving time, which puts it an hour later, people, you have to eat it
So
while it's
I don't
dark.
know. That's a good.
And people make the Seder at dinner time, 6
She's
o'clock.
out.
They're not yaitze. They don't eat them
Oh,
with
we're
yaitze.
back.
It's got to be after dark. Don't get into them.
Well, I finally took off
The
that winter time.
tofu matzah. So when I tell people
You
I
can say
give
seafood
out
in
a
June.
lot of money for Shiur, I've
Well,
had shiur matzah, and I tell people
you
whatever time you're
you
going to
get
have your
this real
Seder,
bread.
but eat these matzahs
Bread.
after dark, which is usually
I think he didn't eat enough. Okay, good.
about
I
8:30
need
and
to.
4 tonight. The matzahs
Give me a
with the
second, sorry.
bracha. Alachilas
And
matzahs.
the weather.
Mashiach menorahs. Alachilas matzahs. The rest of the week, when you
If I
eat
don't feel
matzah,
hungry. Yeah, bread. That's
you're eating it
important.
because you want to
Well,
have the grain food, like you would have a bread
I mean,
during the before and after Pesach. So this is the poor man's bread.
well, you just need something there, but
It's funny. It's called the poor man's bread because it
okay.
costs an awful lot more than the rich guy's bread. Because I know it's matzahs are going for $30 a pound. But anyway, we eat only all the matzahs, the machine matzahs are kosher. Have matzah and eat that matzah. We try to give to everybody. We get them the round meant that it started from coming into contact with water from the time that it's harvested. We baked a certain way. The enemy of matcha is water. It can get wet. That can bring it comets to rise. So there are a segment of the Jewish people who don't who eat matzah only before and after they eat the meal course. They don't eat it with it. They don't put any food on the matzah or have a. That's just a
And in
segment.
Chicago, yeah.
And, there's
There's a plenty of
another
people.
even the Holy
You
People
sure?
who
Adler,
do.
yep.
They don't have that
We can
stringency
say, oh, hold on.
of
Adler,
of
Sun
not
Thing. We look
eating
up and say Adler.
of not eating the matzah with anything with any food. They
Is this
just
the
eat
same one you're
matzah
talking about?
before they eat their
Yes.
food and after they eat
You
their
have the
food,
bonus material on there,
not
right?
while they're
We,
eating. That's called gebrach.
I wanted to bring that up.
Mixing
Sure.
with
Yeah. You
water.
know what?
And in Lubavitch, we keep our matzahs in a bag. We don't put them on a table. We put them in. We take them out of
Not
the bag
Kelsey's out. So,
and put them out in the bag. But it's very doable. Not nothing to worry about. Okay. So anyhow, so we got Birchas Hananin, Birchas HaMitzvahs, and then Birchas Hashvach. Birchas Hashvach, Shevach is praise in davening. All the brachas that we
Deleted?
say in
Who's
davening
here?
are what
What's the
the bracha I'm putting on tefillin and
so
putting on the talis.
no, the poor is
That's
not coming.
birchas Hashvach. But
Tell
on
us.
davening, that's birchas Hashvach. Praise, thanks.
That's enough.
It goes.
Excuse me.
It
That's
goes
enough.
into uh, uh, our 100 brachas.
That's it. I think that's it.
It
That's it.
really is something everybody should get used to thanking
I didn't realize that.
everything that they eat
Because
and
boys teach us.
before eating and after eating and learning those brachas. The most used brachas is Chatar Shem Hashem Borei Nefashos Rabos to create many souls to be considered Bechesronim and their needs. Kol Masha Brasa and everything that you created. Lahachis Nefesh Kochai to give energy to enliven
I will put it up.
every creature, every human being. Hey, oh, me. Blessed is the one who enlivens the world. Anyway, because essentially what the Jewish way of life, you know, uh, I hate, or I don't like to use that word, but Judaism is a way of
I was
life.
going to call you.
They're not
Yep, we were. I
increment.
think
They like you have
I don't have this. Excuse me,
you
Eric.
have a economical
Decided
way of life,
we wanted to discuss that with
party
Cheryl.
life. You have a
Doing
gastronomical way,
sure.
and you have a physical
Because I don't want
way
what
of
about the
life.
girl with that?
Uh,
Right.
you have different aspects to your life. Your physical life has the gym. Uh, your gastronomic life has the kitchen. Your business life has the
He's traveling.
office,
I'm not sure where you're.
and your religious life has the
No.
synagogue.
John.
Uh, our whole life is
Sure,
we have a
sure.
mitzvah
Didn't
every
seriously.
day. It's
Are you a car?
either a mitzvah, a command, or
What's the name?
option. It's
I think that's
the opposite of
I'm
it.
also less than
And our
$1,000.
mitzvahs we say today. They were
Right.
saying brachas all the time. They're saying brachas
That's
in the
true.
house,
Yeah.
in the gym, in
Oh,
the
I
office, in the business. Okay, I'm preaching. Anyway, so
okay, yeah.
you remember these three brachas: brachas
I'll read
hanenin,
first.
brachas hamitzvos, and brachas hashmach.
Put it together. Give it to
Davar acher, another way. Again, he's doing this all on Vayikra Moshe, on the tremendous. The name of this book of the Torah is called Vayikra. Equal. Davar acher. Nikru hanivim malachim.
But you have a pointer. Yeah, that's
Medrash
really
tells
smart what you're
us
doing now.
that
I'm going to put a
the
bookmark. Yeah.
Nevim are called malachim. Now, when it's a Navi who's called
Here's a box
malachim,
9 too.
that means an ambassador or an emissary.
Take care of box
A
9. Goes out
malachim
there all the
means
time. You
that
know?
too. Doesn't just mean
What's wrong
angels.
with being there at 9 o'clock?
We're on this world
It's a good question.
means
Yeah, someone brought up.
representative.
Oh, it's good.
Hada
Student
hu
show. That's going to be
disciv. This is
changing.
what is written.
We just have enough people now. We got to deal with it.
Vayishlach malach vayotzieh mitzrayim. In
If you
Numbers, in Bamidbar, Pasuk Zayin, chapter Beis, it says, and God sent and malach, it's not an angel, and took them out of Egypt. Chimalach Hashem Oya. They say, wait a minute, what do you mean a malach? And we're used to the malach is an angel, and he's not an angel, he said Moshe. Moshe the Navi.
yeah,
What do we see from here? We see from here Lama that Baba Moshe. Lama Kara also malach, right? Called an angel.
like a student trying to,
Ella,
that's a
but
great
you
question.
see from here
I
that
want to do that
that
myself.
meant to be like is
I
referring
doubt
to
it.
angels.
I would
Ella mikan
studio
shahanavim
there. So
nikraim malachim.
just
It
early to a 93 and go.
doesn't always mean a winged
She
supernal
was here earlier today.
angel. I'm talking about some
Only
a navi who can be called an angel.
the kitty one. Yeah, pretty much. You're not gonna do it, Kate. Thank you for that. No. Good point you brought up about Fox.
And in a chapter in Shoftim, it
Not
says
only
with the couple of things
travel,
that Vayal Malach
that
Hashem
means
Mina Gilgal.
they want money.
An
I
angel of
think
God
that,
came from Gilgal, El Abokim,
right.
to,
If
to
you don't get money, pretty much a good answer.
invoke his, I believe. Wait,
Right.
invoke him means that they were crying.
Mm-hmm.
V'chimalach that wasn't an angel. That's referring to follow Pinchas Hoya. Wait, who's Pinchas? Remember Pinchas? He is a grandson of Aaron HaKohen. He's the son of Elazar HaKohen. And he did that deed that stopped the plague. when there was a fornication happening, and there was a leader of the tribe of Shimon who brought a Midianite woman, a princess, and to ask Moshe a question. Am I permitted to have relations with this woman, to marry her? And if Moshe would tell him, "Hey, you took a non-Jewish woman, because there wasn't the Torah woman, and there wasn't the classifications, and Moshe got married according to all of this. So, but what does he call Pinchas and Malach? Lama Kara also Malach, why is Pinchas called an angel? Ela Amar Rabbi Simon, by Simon, Rabbi Shimon, Pinchas Bishah Shahaya Ruach HaKodesh Ere Olav. Pinchas, when the Holy Spirit, which gave him the power of so why is he called Malach? Because when this wasn't the case with every Navi, Pinchas Bishah Shahaya Ruach HaKodesh Ere Olav Hayapanav Boaros Lapidim. His face would burn like a torch. Face got red, and like he had a aura uh, on his face that you couldn't look at it. It was so light, like fire. That's why he was called a man.
Of course, we'll pull down.
Rabbanan Amru, Isto Shemanoach, Mahoisha Merislo. We have another two words in both of
That's
them.
like special.
You know that the mother of Samson, a
Oh,
was
thank you for fighting. Got
encountered. This was an angel, but she said, but he was in the form of a man. Ish Elohim ba Eli, a man of God, came to me. I told her that she could have a son. She has to make sure that he doesn't cut his hair. He had nazar. He can't drink wine. Ve'ena ela malach.
right. We did.
He
Yep.
wasn't a navi. He was really a malach. So that was, when she had that. This was she called him Ish Elohim, because because that's what he appeared like. He's like Abraham, the three Malakim who
Yeah, I have
came
a feeling it's the
to
Kippur.
his bris, came to pay him a sikah and to tell him that he's going to have a child. Each one had a different chore. A malach had one chore, and but they were angels in the form of men. They changed when they came down. They changed into appearance of men with garments.
Reincarnation. You got it? Just map out a plan. Which I think when you do that, you'll. So like, what am I gonna do? Right. I would. Maybe you should guys discuss this. Yeah. Agreed. I think you guys should. Yeah, I was feeling maybe on Wednesday. I think we do need some sort of. Yeah, I agree with a lot of people. There are users here in Roseville. There was.
Now,
I
one
know
of
you
the
do the
rabbis
swing.
comes along and says, hey,
Okay,
something
we're
you want
going.
to know.
Have
I
to
said,
do that.
where?
I can do
My
that.
Rabbi Yechina, Midesh of Shalahem,
That's not really
Nikru Anavi Malachim,
discuss this. Yeah.
from
Well,
a
really,
quote here from the Father's house.
I don't want
I
to change
mean, from the
what you meant.
scriptural happening,
Be okay with
where
that.
it wasn't a Malach, it was a Navi.
He was gone
And
too.
one of the Naviim said, and his name was Chagai,
There was.
and says, Vayomar Chagai, Malach
I would
Hashem,
what? Hey,
B'malachis Hashem. Chagai, who was a
would you
Malach
smoke?
Hashem, but he knew that he wasn't Kochach
Oh, sure.
HaShalomei,
That's.
Shemidesh Avshalem, Nikru Anavi Malachim. There's a scriptural
Just say John B.
story.
He's out. He's rap.
The mother of all, or the father of all, is of this
It's there you
references
go. Like,
of
yeah. Oh,
Nevi'im being called Malach. They brought a reference that Moshe was called a Malach, and he was a
you,
Navi. He wasn't a
you,
Malach.
yeah, the
And
big
here
head.
is again. So here, this is the scriptural basis
Oh yeah.
based
Oh
off
yeah. Oh yeah.
the scriptural basis
There you go,
for
Bishop. They
a
wouldn't show you.
Navi
Oh my.
being called a Malach is when in Haggai,
Once.
Haggai, one of the
What's
many
the one?
prophets,
I went
first chapter,
to Friday.
Yud Gimel, says Vayomer Chaggai Malach Hashem, guy who was a Malach Hashem. Hey,
Oh, I had some closing time, which is really.
messenger of God, a Navi of God. B'malachas Hashem in the work of the Almighty Hashem. Kochach Hashalomei Shemidei Shalahem Nikru Anavim Malachim. We have this basis in Scripture where Haggai, Chai was a Navi, was not a Malach, yet he calls himself Malach Hashem, the angel of God. It's not angel here. It is, he's angelic, but that's where he's a messenger. It bears the angelic flattery. He's got the powers of an angel. He's not an angel. He's a Navi. Then there's a posting that goes on to say,
That's like a very good.
Gibore Koach, these
Oh
powerful
gosh. Really.
men, heroes with strength, Osei Dvaro, who do God's work. Hey, there's a category of mitzvah performers who are called Gibore Koach, champions with strength who do God's work. What does that mean? Gibore koyach oises varo. The pasuk is in again. The strong, willed, powerful men who do God's mitzvahs. Very hard to do. What is Scripture speaking about? What Omer Yitzchak? Rabbi Yitzchak says the Shem Shvi V'daber, those who keep the seventh year, the Shemitah, take strength. He sees his land lying fallow, and he doesn't. He doesn't plow the land. It's just Shemitah means it's medical year, and you can't plow it. But God promised him the next year you'll get as much as you would have raised this year, but you have to have a lot of faith. There are people who keep Shemitah today in Eretz Yisrael. A lot of people. And there's special funds to help them because they're doing the mitzvah. There are loopholes that they sell the land to non-Jews, and so they're tilling the land of non-Jews. That's a loophole, and it's not advised. We won't go into that now, but that's what a lot of Israelis do. They sell it to non-Jews, and then they're working in non-Jews' land. It's only on the Jews' land. The non-Jews don't have to let the land lie out fallow. So these are called Gibori Koyach. That's what the Na'akoshev Medaber Omar Rabbi Yitzchak Shomrei Shvi, those who observe, not plowing, planting, harvesting on the seventh year, the Shemitah year. Because look why they are called heroes, champions. The Noyek Shagoyim, look, it's customary in the the Shaya Moshe Shana. Oh, I skipped the line. Noyek Shagoyim, Other Moshe Mitzvah Liyoneka. Hey, you're not a champion if you keep one day of the week. You could be. I mean, it's a very hard. A lot of people couldn't practice when they came over 100 years ago. They wanted to keep Shabbos. If they didn't come Shabbos, they were not to come in Monday either. They're fired. Okay, but it's easier. Mitzvah Yoyim Echad, that he does in or just for one day. Shabbos Achad, he does one day a week. V'chodesh Echad is a mitzvah that you have to keep a whole month. Even they have you have still have Yom Kippur in a month. Shema V'Shayim Moshe Hashanah, but the whole year. and he pays his taxes and he's quiet. He doesn't complain. Until the Midrash says, "Yesh lecha gibur gadol mizeh." Is there any captain bigger than that? The guy who keeps the year, is the whole year. You can't plow harvest, and it takes faith. And the Midrash, is there any bigger mitzvah than that? And they bring proof from a pasuk that that's what it's referring. That pasuk, Vayikra, the heroes of strength, Oishes who do God's will, of course, the reward. A guy like that, Hey, uh, the uh, two people can do the same mitzvah. One can be very difficult for another. It's easy. The Agra, according to the aim or the difficulty that you have in a mitzvah is a reward for the mitzvah. And if you have a difficult thing for a particular mitzvah, you do it. Hey, before a koach, what all that you have to do? The consequence of it, you have to do it. Want to get to a different topic. I found it when I was preparing, but I only marked the pages. I put a circle out there on page, let's see what I have. Here's an interesting chapter, Yud Aleph. Amar Rabbi Yoshua ben Levi. He's an author, contributor to Midrash. And he says as follows. Ilu haya umos ha'olam yodim ma oy ha'moyed yafer lahen. If the nations of the world would know what the sanctuary, for that matter, it extends to the Beis Hamikdash, Yafer Lahan, what it does for them. Hayumatifin also Holios Astirios. they would camp around them, armies, legions, to protect it instead of destroying it. But the Michigan accomplished a lot for non-Jews. And so one is that when the Michigan, it seems that the voice of God was really, you could hear it if a non-Jew would hear it, he could die from it. The Jews heard it, but it's only after
Fox
the
90, the word
Michigan
embrace.
was made, and when they submit this, the voice of
Where's
God
Kelsey?
was not
Kelsey
heard
good.
after the Michigan. And so non-Jews didn't have to be afraid that if they heard it, they would die.
Where's Karen's Kelsey? Hey,
And
Navi,
about the
say
Michigan
it.
and the
It's very
Midrash,
like.
it says that, and Babylonia, Nebuchadnezzar, and then Rome. The first base of Midrash was destroyed by Nebuchadnezzar, and the second one by the Romans. But they knew what that was, because there was for every nation there are 70 core nations, and during the Sukkot holiday, the Jews offer sacrifices, offerings to the nations of the world for their well-being. And that gave them their well-being because it was for them that the Jews offered it. Any non-Jew could go to the temple and bring an offering because my house shall be called Beit Hamim. My house is a house of prayer for all the nations. But here, especially in the Yom Kippur Sukkot,
Thought of them.
70 uh, bullocks were offered for the 70 core nations of the world. The whole business that there are 159 or who knows how many in the United Nations. There are 70 core nations. These are just offerings. The ones that are called nations have above the number 70. But 70 bullocks were offered in the 8 days of Sukkot, and for the nations of the world. It was a countdown with 13, then 12,
Geez, I would say
11. Every day there was, to bring it to the number of 70. And so if the nation would have known, would understood what this temple was doing, it would never destroyed it. It would camp legions around it to protect it.
Tony
No,
Mora.
that's not to be.
Hey Google, who's Steve Baskerville?
According to Wikipedia, German Baskerville, an American television weather presenter, he joined WBBM-TV in Chicago in September 1987 as weekend weatherman and was the station's primary weekend forecaster from July 1988 to December 2017. Prior to that, he was the weather assistant for CBS reporters from 1984 to 1987.
Baskerville. Steve Baskerville, WBDM. You know Lester Holt? Walter Proof. The Goats of Chicago? Like watching Dave Moore. You know, I don't want. You're right. Sure. Hey Google, who's Stan Turner? Hey Google, who's Stan Turner?
According to Wikipedia, Stan Turner was the main anchor of Stan Network of St. Paul during the 1980s. Prior to joining KFTV in 1968, Turner had worked at both KDWA and KFTV. In 1989, Turner was named as the KFTV after broadcasting 9 years ago over the years, accounting for the channel went off the air in 2002.
Stan Turner. Like Stan Turner. Yeah, sure. Me too. Well, okay, Randy Cruz, Fox 9 now, right? Mm-hmm. Is that guy? Yep. He's at Fox 9. Fox 9, yep. Fox 29.
Okay, here's
He's at Fox 9 now, yep, sure. Well, yeah, it looks like I can play. You can always like find everything. It's kind of the same thing. Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's usually quiet. I mean, it's pretty quiet. I've been having a lot of those since.
okay. Here's
Oh yeah.
when
It's not about
the
distance.
Vayikra is the book of Leviticus is what went on in the Mishkan, the korbanos. The korbanos is something we can't understand their depths, but they kabbalistically the korbanos were what caused
Hey Google, is George Will a good guy?
what should I say? God says, "Reach nachor." It savory
Well,
smell.
we live in a Denver
Aroma
of
to you
George Will.
out of those. God needs a
David
savory
Turner, David
smell.
Lee, wow.
It was taking. People
Stan
would come
Turner,
in.
Paul Major,
That's why words sacrifice, but it's
Brother Ron Major,
great
yep.
for their sin. They would come, and you know what sin is take your attention off God.
Stan Turner, yeah, I don't. They may have overlapped.
It's a
I wouldn't.
premeditated
I
sin,
think
but
better.
it's a sin.
He's still at Fox now.
A person,
You
that's
know,
what the
some
Creator
executive
wants,
director
to be
from TV station.
concentrated and intoxicated,
They
thinking,
need stability at
learning
Fox 9. They
Torah,
really need.
and thinking that should be his whole life.
We've got a very
The worst thing that
our
we
station, and
people in
we're not
America,
like
in
saying that.
our country, say, what do you do to kill time? That's terrible. You kill yourself. Time you can be
Yep, we know.
in the
It's
next
in
world.
April 2018. People are going to remind
You get
Pete Marler,
the consequence of
Cody
the
Mance.
deeds of what you did to. And so every
What
minute
Fox
that you
9? They're
do good
very.
deeds builds up the world. So, but the sacrifices, when a person brought a sacrifice, it wasn't enough just to bring the sacrifice. And if they were of means, they would bring the bullock. If they weren't of means, they would bring the
It's good.
pigeons.
You
And
went.
they
You
couldn't
want Russian
afford
time.
that, they would bring meal offering. But
That's
what
just
was
subscribe you like dish.
paramountly important is that they would confess sin. They would do
Interesting.
tshuva. It wouldn't help if the person
Thought I
didn't
installed it. That's so
change
weird.
his mindset. He wanted to be in touch with God. And he should say that. And here that the Midrash says, brings a pasuk from Yeshaya. And Yazov Rasha Darko. The good news in the whole Torah
I
is
might just uninstall and reinstall the printer.
that you can do
Reinstall the printer.
repentance and your sins are wiped off. When we had
That's a good idea.
Beis Hamikdash, we brought offering and we confessed
Interesting.
and
I
we
don't know
told
why.
God we're going to be good. We're not going to do this anymore. And here it says
Hit on install.
that
Should
Isaiah is saying in chapter
I
Nun
mean, if
Hey,
it is,
Pasuk Zion 55 7. Yazav Rosh Darko, a sinner should leave his path of life, his way of life, sinning. The ish of a
let me try
nachshavaisa,
some input.
and a person of bad thoughts will leave those thoughts. So you can
Okay,
do
thanks, Bobby.
tshuva, and that's the good news in this world. You can change. You don't have to have it bring bad consequences upon yourself. Amar Rabbi Bibi Bar Abaya. Bibi Nathaniel knows somebody has his name. Amar
Oh,
Rabbi
but
Bibi Bar Abaya. Ketzad Odom Tzorech Lihivados Erev Yom Kippurim. How should a person, now we get one day, a special day of the year, on which to atone, and we say Al Chet 6 times, 8
it's
times,
all by it.
and we confess. That's called Bidui, Vihizvadois, Erev Yom Kippurim, Shorach Loimer. He has to say, and before Yom Kippur, and for that matter, before him say any time, you can say Al Chet every night in Krishma. And he has to say, Torah Lemer, Moidani Kol Rasha Sisi, I confess all the evil Sisi that I did. Masha Sisi Old Low. That's Kamohu. What the way I've been living, I'm not going to continue living like that. What I did, I'm not going to do it again. Yehi Rasa Mufanecha. May it be your will, God. Hashem
Lord,
Elokai. God,
what do
my
you mean no
God.
one?
Every Jew has the right to call God his personal God. When God said the mitzvahs on the Mount Sinai, he said, Anochi Hashem Elokecha. He didn't say Elokechem. I am God, your personal God, everybody. And we have a plan, the Gemara says, every person has to say, God created the world for me, for my growth, for my good consequences. God created the world for me. There's no such thing as little me. You're important. So he says, this is how what you say when you confess. Yiratzom Avodecha Hashem Elokai. May it be your will, God, my God, Shetim Choli, that you will forgive me.
I lost your
I'll
place.
call, huh? I'll call
I lost your
Abonosai.
place.
Forgive
I
me
lost your place.
huh?
Where are you? Where's your place?
I'm on Parsha Gimel, and the place is Gimel, in Parsha Gimel, in the Midrash Vayikra. If you don't have it, you can listen. I'm translating it and I'm saying it word for word, okay? This is the confession that you have to say when you confess to God. It's not enough that you bring the sacrifice. You must confess.
You see where you are.
That's today we don't have sacrifices, yet we have confession. That's what Yom Kippur is all about. Where we put our hands on our heart, we beat it, and we say, "Al Chet," on the sin that I commanded. You go through a slew of 50 sins.
Okay.
So I'm
That'd be another
reading
bite.
exactly what
Just
the
want to be very
Midrash says.
clear. You found it for you.
Again, this is what a person has to say on Yom Kippur or any day that he is seeking to make amends. Kesher Adam Tzarich Vadois Erev Yom Kippurim. What he has to say the first time in Erev Yom Kippurim, you say by Mincha, you say this the Alchet.
Oh.
Tzarich Leimer
You're not making this up if you're.
I confess Kol Racho Tzitzis V'Lecha B'derech Ra. Vayisi Omed. I was standing in a bad mindset. B'chol Masha Tzitzis Old Loel Tekomo, and the life that I lived until now, I won't live like that anymore. I'm going to be a good boy. Loel Tekomo, I won't live like that anymore. Yiratzon Ufanecha, may it be your will. Hashem Elokai, my God. Shetimcho li al kol avodosai.
Yep, we found it.
That you forgive me on all my sins. This is what a person has to say when he brought his bullock.
It's like I'm one of those people that like to look at things.
Was standing when he brought his bullock, his lamb, or the
Just to read the
birds,
words.
or the meal. He has to say before that, I'm making a change in my lifestyle. I'm going to be good. I'm going to keep it Torah.
Good for you.
Shislach li al kol pshoi.
I still
Please,
have it somewhere.
I beg you, Yehi Ratzon Ufanecha Hashem Elokai,
I
Shetimcho li
translated
al
this
kol
something about
avodosai.
15 years ago.
Will you forgive me? May it be your will.
He got it from a book.
He got it many places. I mean, how could he be? There's 8 billion people in the
What did he say?
world.
He was in
How could
Wisconsin
he
in
read?
Milwaukee. Yeah.
That's not New York.
Tom Durgan. She used to work in this. You aren't
I feel so bad.
What did you
And you asking God,
do? You like Milwaukee or like the Twin Cities?
may it be your will, God, my
Oh yeah,
God.
he's a legend there. Well,
Will you
Going
forgive me on
be
all
right.
my sins?
Yeah, Fox 9 got a good one. Bet.
And you forgive me on
9 won
all
the
my
lottery big
pshoim.
time.
There's this level of sin.
I wonder why Maniac right at Channel
V'schaper li
9.
al kol chatoisai, and atone for all
See, I think
my
Amy Hocker
sins.
transitioning from
Adahu dechsiv.
to.
That's what
Hey, we'll
it's meant.
see.
Why that the prescription is written in the
Well, that's why
Torah
you're
of
going to be
how
transitioning to
to
an alt-right
confess.
thinker.
Dechsiv, it is written.
You got to go from 2
Yazev
to 5 o'clock.
Rasha
You know,
Darkoi, a wicked. Now,
we're not going to go till 5
again,
o'clock.
there are three, as is explained
Until
in the
5 o'clock.
Tanya, there are 3 levels of a human character, accomplishment, lack of accomplishment. There is a tzaddik, all righteous person, who has not sinned, a Benini who has desired to sin but never let it envelop itself in his deeds, and the Russia is the one who has sins on his record. So I'm asking you to forgive me
Well,
for all my sins. Hadar hu dechtiv, this is what is written. Yazov Rosh Darko, let
Where do you
the
get that?
wicked leave his way of life. The ish of a Nakshavoisav, and a one of deleterious thoughts.
Okay.
Thoughts
Yeah,
of
I get it.
mine
You
is
probably
always working on. I heard another person.
you're gonna be out
How
for the week.
only
Oh,
to
okay.
speak for himself. That's oven. Each oven
You
Makshavoisav, to
mentioned you're
leave
gonna be
his thoughts.
certain people know that
Me,
you're
me,
gonna be
me,
out of
me,
town.
me,
Does Tuno?
and start thinking us.
Man, you married? Yes, they both know.
So he should leave his
I believe so.
lifestyle. L'gomer.
I think he knows a lot about this.
Rabbi Yitzchak,
I will make sure he
Rabbi
knows.
Yoshi Bar
Yeah, he's gonna be out of town. Yeah, yeah.
Chanina,
I
Rabbi, these two are going to
I
say
don't want to be
something
like,
now. Rabbi
wait.
Yitzchak Omer,
Yeah,
the
he's out of
Adam
town.
Shehu, um,
Do not know. Pretty fine. Wait.
this is like a person who Malkim Shtei, Nisharim, Umabikon Zelazeh. This is like
Yeah.
this is analogous to somebody who
Got a game I
counts
wanted to
two
kind of look
boards
at nearby
together.
just to kind of see who he is.
Rabbi
Very,
Yoshi Bar Chanina
like, he's
Omer,
very.
the Adam Shehu Malchim
Shut up!
Shtei
What did you do?
Kare
You shut
Hamisa
up.
Umidapkin Zelazeh. This is the one who takes the two legs of a bed and then sticks them together. I don't know if he's improving on his situation. V'yashav el Hashem, return to God v'yirachmehu, and He will have mercy. Again, Yazav Rosh Darko, ish avam nakshavayisav, let a wicked man leave his way of life and start eating kosher and keeping Shabbos, and he should return El Hashem. And if he returns El Hashem, V'yirachmehu, God will have mercy on him. Rabbanan Berebi Shimon Bar Yochai had something to say. Rabbanan Amri, Lo HaKaporos, Aherolo HaKadosh Baruch Hu, Abraham Avinu, Olav Shalom. God showed all the atonement that you could do. The Holy One Yesterday showed to Abraham, our father, Ush Me'ashira Shaifa, that he didn't show him the tenth of an ephah of an offering that you bring. Rabbi Shimon Yochai Omer, Af Ashira Shaifa, that it's a very little uh, sacrifice to bring on the Mizbeach, a tenth of a measure of meal, and this is a very easy tshuva, but it's got to go with this confession. So now, Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai says, "Afasina Tzayif V'Heralo." HaKadosh Baruch Hu, God showed him this very easy offering to be brought. He showed to Abraham also. Nemar Khan, Elah. That's over here, Elah. And them are Lahawan Elah. These are the offerings. Ma Elah Amor Khan Akira Seifah. The Elah that it says here and goes on the Asira Seifah. Af Elah Amor Lahawan Akira Seifah. The Elokeinu. Let's bring this offering to our God, who is Marbel Ishloach. He forgives many, 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 many times. Marbel Ishloach. The person sinned once, and he said, I'm not going to do it again. Unfortunately, he does it again. He confesses again, I'm not going to do it. God is Marbel Ishloach. He forgives many, many times. And you have to see that your heart, when you're saying it, is you really mean it. And a true penitent doesn't do it again. Changes his lifestyle. But God is marbel Yisrael. He increasing. He marbel Yisrael means he forgives, forgives. Marbel, forgiving. Person should never feel lost. It's over. He blew it. No. Except even got a person in his last living day, in his last breath, he says to God, please forgive me, I repent to ask you. And God accepts it. And they don't remind him of his sins. He hasn't got all the pluses of living a good life, but he doesn't get the consequences of that life. He wipes them off with his repentance statement request. Rabbi Huda Bar Simon, the same Rabbi Zeira says, Af HaKodesh Baruch Hu viter lanu slicha achas mishalo ve'ezazu asiris eifa. God gives us a very special, easy penitence when somebody just brings the asiras, a tenth of the eighth of the flour. Uh, in other words, what I feel what is being said here is you got to from from a way of life that you realize it's you start learning the brachas and everything that you start taking kashrut more and Shabbos observance more serious, whatever, and some increase. Uh, you don't have to write on Shabbos. You're not allowed to write. You know, that's a good start. Don't write. Don't write on Shabbos. Anyway, there's if the mindset and that God sees there is a desire to improve, and and because he believes there's a God who set this up, that's it's not because his own ideas of morality, because God commanded this, and he's ready to submit himself to God. That's what it takes to get slicha kapara from the God Almighty. And they're just saying that how easy it is here. They were trying to tell us. Does anybody have anything they would like to say?
No, except thank you very much, Rabbi. We appreciate your sharing very, very much. Thank you.
I appreciate the thanks, and God should give everybody. Oh, I got a very important thing. Are you listening, Dr. Sher? Dr. Sher still on?
He's there.
I don't see him now.
I don't see him.
Oh, okay. Next week
I'm
it's
here.
gotta be
Oh,
next week it's gotta be on Wednesday, not Thursday,
Yeah,
because
he.
Thursday is the night we church for Chumash. It's a Pesach observance night, and the Shiur would be much easier that we should discuss that on Wednesday night. So tell this
What time of the evening? What time?
9 o'clock. We should go with 9 o'clock
9 o'clock on Wednesday.
on Wednesday.
I will tell him.
Yeah.
I will tell him.
yeah. People have already been notified that it's Wednesday night next week.
Okay.
Well,
Yep.
here's Dr. Shear.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I just told you about it being next week, but did you figure it out yourself?
No, you said this last week.
Uh huh.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Let me wish everybody a happy and a kosher Pesach,
No,
and
we'll see you during the next week.
let us know if you would like some uh,
Mm.
handmade matzah. We are having public seders at Lubavitch House. Everybody's welcome. So it's what our seders will probably start 8:30, and most people's seders will be over by then. So I tell them again, the important thing is to eat the matzah after dark, and to eat the amount of an olive. In other words, at
Because
least 1 ounce of matzah. And if you can eat it from this hand, any matzah is good. Any matzah that's kosher for Passover is good. It's okay, but it's better. The handmade shmurda matzah is a bigger. What should I say? The Hebrew word is a hidur.
preferred.
That's doing it in the
Preferred.
best way. That it was not made by a machine; it was made by hands. And guarding it by flour. Shmura means that
Yeah.
that's the main thing. Shmura means
Okay, good.
that the
Whole.
flour was guarded
Good.
through contact with water
No. No.
since
No.
it
No. No.
was
No. 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 No.
harvested.
That can be bad.
Contact with water while it's still growing, like while it's still in the field, that's okay. But once
Torres.
it's
David
harvested,
Lee Roth. Max Menorah.
it shouldn't come in contact.
Well, Charlie Brown goes to his first Seder.
Once it's baked, it
Charlie
shouldn't come
Brown
in
goes to his
contact
first
with water.
Seder. What?
So let me wish you all a very good Pesach. Anybody like to ask any question?
No, thank you.
I wish you all a happy uh, uh, Jonathan.
Yeah.
Uh,
I've already made
Charlie Brown
arrangements with
goes to his first
Rabbi
Seder.
Zarlingold
okay, so
for Friday.
you're gonna buy the hummus again this year.
Yes, on Friday. Yes.
Good for you.
Yeah.
How are you gonna get down to him? And
Oh,
can drive you.
and will bring me.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
No,
Thank
I do all of my sewing through him also. Sometimes I come to as I have, and I come and I bring in extra powers of attorney, and
Yes.
I get to see you. And
Yes.
so we have to burn the hummus also on Friday
Yes.
because we're not allowed to burn on Shabbos.
Yeah.
So which is done on the 14th day, but that's when it's not Shabbos, the 14th day. Then you got to do it the 13th day.
Would
All
be
right.
better.
Wish you everybody all the best.
Yeah. Thank you, and you too.
Thank
Be
you,
well.
Rabbi.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.
Good Shabbos.